Welcome, movie fans. This is our review of John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. It's a guys-only review this time because only the guys went to go see the movie. We were really interested in seeing it on opening weekend, so stick around and see what we have to say about it. John Wick Chapter 3 is the continuation, obviously, of the trilogy for John Wick and his as the assassin and trying to get revenge for, well, the starting movie was getting revenge for what he thought was wrong against him. He is like a super assassin killer. And now we've gotten all to a longer story where we're in Chapter 3 where he is really fighting for his life against every other assassin in the entire world, essentially. Basically the entire world. The movie takes place for the most part in New York City, but there is a jog over to a foreign country at one point, which is very cool. So let's describe the movie in adjectives.
Awesome, exciting, not really epic, but fantastic, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Exciting, awesome, cool, fantastic, great.
Yeah, I thought it was action-packed, violent, cool, and like crazy at times. It was really crazy. We're going to describe the movie with no spoilers, talking about, generally what is cool about the movie, what we liked about the movie most. What did you like about the movie most, Tommy, Ryan?
The fight?
Yeah, the fights, the action was the best. I mean, I think of the John Wick trilogy, it's probably the weakest in terms of like story. Yeah. Like plot wise, it's lacking a little bit, but it more than makes up for it in terms of action. I don't know if it's some of the best action in the John Wick trilogies. I
think there's some.
It's definitely different.
I think some of those scenes are the best ones that they've had.
Yeah, they're definitely some great.
I mean, it was like 2 hours long. How much time do you think of that was spent with non-action?
Probably like 20.
Like 20 minutes of
20 or 30 minutes max.
Spread out throughout the movie because it was like maybe a little. Yeah, maybe like a little bit of, 45. Maybe like a little bit of non-action.
A lot of the foreign place was just kind of, there's been a lot of time there.
Yeah, they did some talking, but then the whole action sequence in the foreign place, the foreign scene, like
it was like 5 minutes long.
They tried to do some plot, but I think there was a lot of action throughout the movie.
I don't think it was like 20, 30 minutes, but they did, whenever there was a part that was like kind of exposition-y and stuff, they put it into another action scene before they got into their next kind of story kind of thing. And so it continued with a kind of a story action in that kind of feel. And the action kind of made up for the...
Yeah. But there's a good, the first 20 minutes of the movie is, just straight out action, one long, basically, action scene.
It's basically, 5 minutes in, and then you're already getting, the first fight scene, which does set the tone for the rest of the movie very well.
Right. And in terms of, some people probably, think about these things like quality kills. This is, it's a super violent movie. If you've seen John Wick, this actually, I think, raises the bar on, how crazy violent it gets. But I mean, there's some quality kills in terms of the ways that people die and what John Wick does to kill them. You were commenting to the people in the audience.
Oh, yeah, they're also oh,
yeah, everyone had the same reaction, so it wasn't impolite to be ooh, because everybody
it was crazy,
really, what did he just do?
Someone was oh, he's gonna kill the guy with a knife, and they're you really, I did not see that coming.
It's great.
There's some great stuff on that, that. There was one moment that was I just involuntarily clapped loud because I was super oh wow.
Yeah.
So if you like John Wick, this is a great movie. If you like action movies, I think you'll think this is a great movie too. the only downside I guess I would give it was that, like you said, like the plot is a little bit like, okay, we're gonna put a plot in here, but it's not necessarily key to the whole movie.
It definitely, the plot stays together. It's not like it's a bad plot or anything.
No, it's just not. It's just weak. It's a little weak.
It'll hold together. It's a little bit weak at points, but I feel like
it's a weak premise. Like it kind of stays. It stays together, and there's not like plot holes with it. It just kind of weak in itself.
I don't think it's a weak premise. I just think that it's just not as strong as the other movies. When you're comparing it to how good the other ones were, which I mean, I guess the first one.
I mean, the first one, and
premise.
this is well known. It's like he goes to kill everybody essentially because the guy killed his dog.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more deep. There's a little deeper than that, but still. So if you look at that comparatively, and they're obviously creating a John Wick universe, and so they're trying to make this a bigger thing. But anyways, I think that may be the only weak point. Also, like Halle Berry is in this movie along with Keanu Reeves as John Wick. She's great. I think she does a good job, but she's really in it a small amount for as much as they make it look like the posters and stuff, that she's in a lot of it.
Yeah.
She's in it maybe for like a quarter of the movie, and that's being generous, I think.
Yeah.
It's in the foreign country, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a great fight scene in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when she
awesome
does fight, she's great.
Yeah.
But
I could see it coming back, hopefully bring her back in somehow, but but she was good. Anyways, so I don't think there's much bad about this movie if you like John Wick movies. If you're looking for some kind of great drama, fantastic movie that's got they don't come to this movie. You want action with a lot of blood and violence and cool, awesome action scenes
and one-liners.
Yeah, there's some good one-liners.
Yeah,
there's some good one-liners in it.
Also, if you've never seen a John Wick movie before, don't
start with this one.
Because there's a lot of build up in the first and second one that if you come and see this one, there's a fair amount of stuff you won't really.
It literally
understand.
starts 10 minutes after the second movie.
The second one, yeah.
And so you got to know what the second one is about. And probably the second one starts a day or so after the first one.
Yeah.
So it's all supposed to be taking place in within a couple weeks. So
I
you
didn't
need
actually,
to see them
I forgot that until at one point they said, we know the damage he's done in this past week. I'm like, oh yeah, because it's all taking place. There was the first one 2 days later. There's the second one.
So start with John Wick 1 if you've never seen them. And if you don't like John Wick 1, then don't go see the rest of them. If you like John Wick 1, you'll really like the rest, I think. So in terms of gore, and we already talked this, our family ratings. In terms of gore, on our scale with 1 to 10, I mean, it's a 10, I think.
It's not a...
I don't think it's 10. I read an 8,
Okay,
though.
remember the shotgun scene?
Okay, there are people's heads getting shot.
Yeah, but it's not like a Deadpool thing for me. That was
the lighting is different. It's not like they shoot somebody's head off and they do
what number are you gonna give it?
Blood. I give it an 8 or an 8 or a 9.
Okay, I'd say 8.5.
Okay, I'm gonna say at least a 9, but somewhere around there. On violence in general,
10.
Yeah, 10. That's the name of John Wick movies.
His life is always in danger.
It's just violent.
He's always killing people.
I mean, they're supposed to be killing each other. Him versus assassins. What do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
Profanity. I think there was some profanity throughout the movie,
7,
but I think leave 6 or 5. It's
hard to pay
profanity, but it's so quick.
While they're just because then the next moment you're in another action.
Yeah, it's so fast. It's really a smaller part of it.
It.
Adult situations, there's 0. Yeah. I mean, there's really nothing that's that inappropriate for that reason. So obviously, should people see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
I
you
think
like
people
John Wick and you like action, then and also
That's
well choreographed action.
Oh yes, it was
If you
super well
like
choreographed
action, then
good, awesome
see all the
action
John Wick
scenes.
movies 'cause it's great.
Yeah, and then your overall rating out of what 5?
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, are we rating 5? Anything special you can rate it into? I'm gonna give it 4.5 shotguns out of 5.
We'll put 4.5 gold coins out of 5.
4.5 dogs out of 5.
Oh, nice, good one. All right, so that's our review of John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum. Again, if you've gone out to see it, please put your comments below if you think what you think about it, and leave those comments. Don't put any spoilers though. And if you have liked our review, want to see other reviews, please hit the like and the notification bell down below so you're notified whenever we put out another review. Also, make sure to follow up to see our any of our other reviews that we do, different movie reviews, usually every week or so. And then we also have some games that are related to movies that we do sometimes too. So please follow along and join us, and we can join our YouTube channel, and hope to see you next time. Thanks. Bye.